the outside of the van, so it turns the whole outside of the van into a giant radiator. You will never, ever, ever be cold in here. You'll be opening the window before you put a blanket on your knees. Assure you with that. Assure you. So hot. Next one down is hot water. So, hot water off, hot water on, and hot water boost. So what hot water boost is, if the darling young lady's nicked all your water for a shower, what you can do is switch water boost mode on, it shuts off your central heating and puts all its power into that water boiler. So what it means is that tank will reheat faster than it would do in normal operation for you. But when you're finished with it, you do need to turn it back off because it's overriding your heating when water boost is on. Okay, and remember that water boiler will only heat up when there's water present. So you can do what you want with it there, but not until there's water in it, it won't do anything, so you can't burn your element out. Okay, so next two down are your power selects. So you've got electric and your gas, and this is just for your central heating and your hot water. So bottom one's gas, so blue is gas off, green is gas on. It's as easy as that, and it'll float up to let you know if the gas hasn't lit. Normally if it hasn't lit, it's because you haven't got your bottle switched on in the front. Okay? Yeah. Then, next one up is your electric. Now, that's obviously electric off, but it will run on 1 kilowatts, 2 kilowatts, or 3 kilowatts. Now, the easiest way of describing that is think of old Granny May's electric bar fire. 1 kilowatts is one element, 2 kilowatts is two, and 3 kilowatts is all three elements. And all it is the more power you throw at it, the faster it'll heat up for you. So like summertime, you'll be fine to run on 1 kilowatts because you only want an ambient heat sort of thing. But obviously in deepest, darkest winter, if you are going to get into winter caravanning, put it on 3 and then it will keep it nice and hot inside here for you. Okay?
Yeah.
Now that's the basics of that. Are you confident that you can get heating and hot water on?
Well, we've got this to remember.
The easiest thing to remember, obviously summertime, you won't want your heating on, so all you simply do, just turn your thermostat right down.
To anything, yeah.
To anything, so turn it down to 9 degrees, and I'm not being funny, in the middle of the night, if it's gone down to 9 degrees, I'll probably want a bit of heating here anyway.
Yeah.
But it's all thermostatically controlled, so no switching anything on, you literally set your thermostat and the rest is all done for you. My only advice with that is don't be too much, say, I don't know, you have your heating at 18 at home, don't be too much on that, set the heating to the way you feel comfortable in here. So you'll find a happy medium with it, how hot you want it. It's normally one of us wants it hot and one wants it colder.
Well, this is it. This is it. But,
There's the door.
so it's very rare we're in the caravan at the same time as it is.
But are you happy with that basics?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, perfect. So there's more to it, but as long as you've sort of half got the knack of that, I'm happy as such.
Yeah.
So press the little cog, brings up the rest of the menu. Now I'll just squirt through this, I won't make too much of a deal of it. The moon one is a night timer, so if you like it colder at night, you can program the system to automatically say 10 o'clock at night, turns the heating down to 10 degrees for you.
Alright.
The sunshine is the opposite, it's a day timer, so if you like it hotter when you wake up, you can program the system to come on, say at 8 o'clock in the morning or whatever, and pick your temperature, how hot you want it to come on. Prioritises just what power source it looks for first. It's always electric because 9 out of 10 times we're all plugged in the electric anyway, so just leave that one. The one with the light bulb there is backlight, so it's how the screen stays lit. You can adjust it so it blacks out when you're not using the screen as such, but you'll figure all that out. Anything that's greyed out is a feature non-available, so don't worry about it. The clock is just setting the time. Now the little Pac-Man's quite a good one. It's an antibacterial feature for your hot water tank. With that switched on in the middle of the night, it heats up that tank to sterilise the water that's inside it for you.
Oh.
Okay, and it just happens in the middle of the night. You do need to be on the mains electric for that one.
Yeah, well, we are usually.
Offset. So all this is you can offset your temperature, because these two will never read the same temperature because the thermostats are in different places in the van. So you can adjust it so the two read a similar figure. Then, mountaineering. So if you take your van over 1,000 metres sea level, it's got a high altitude mode for the van.
Wow.
Oh, yeah. So then we've got key beep. Delayed start timer is the hourglass one. That's a good one if you stored it at home. You can set a once a week program so the heating switches on, runs for 24 hours and then shuts off. But you do need to be plugged into the mains for that, that's the only problem. So if you've got power in your storage, happy days, but if not, don't really worry too much. No. Now, this one is important. Thermostat, you see the therm there? If you turn this one off, it means your heating will be running constantly. So you'll know what boiling a bag rice feels like, because your heating will get to 30 degrees and stay there. So always leave the thermostat on. Okay. Then, last couple, so reset, same as anything electrical nowadays. If it's not doing what it's told, press that button, it just resets it and reboots it in factory settings. External is where you can get like extra features added to it that you can use your mobile phone, but you don't need it because obviously you've got Swift Command next door. Language, if you want to speak French or German to it, Service just brings up general information, alarm codes and faults if there is any, and then installed accessories. Now the only thing you need to do in it, if you're wanting to use the heating side of the app, you need to turn this one to app for heater settings and this one to third party panel. All it's telling them two boxes, it's going to be receiving its commands from your phone, but that's only for the heating. You can do everything else off the app just via Bluetooth, but if you want to control the heating via the app, you need to tell that one app on heater settings and this one third party panel.
Right.
Okay. Right. I know that's a lot to take in, but it's on the camera, so don't worry too much. Last thing I'll show you is when you're on that, it comes up with an A, and lets you know what active features you've got available. If you press the A, and it's just telling me you're on third party panel. But if you've got timers or anything else like that set up, it will show you that inside there as well. Okay. And that's about it.
That comes up on the phone, I suppose.
What's that?
It tells you on the phone anyway that you're connected.
Yeah, I can show you
I
that.
was thinking, well, if it's all on here, what's this one? It's
Yeah,
the
carbon monoxide and your smoke detector there.
Yeah.
Now that's the most technical thing in here, so if you're happy with that, I'll move on to the features in the caravan now, so it's a bit more normal for you.
Yeah.
Perfect. So, other than that, we'll make a start at the front. Second drawer down. Oh, sorry, top drawer. That's it. Yeah, give it a tug. So there's all your manuals and everything inside there for you. So everything I'm talked about, there is a book inside there. If you can't sleep at night, have a read of that and you'll soon be snoring your head off.
The manuals are in our van as well for everything.
Oh, perfect.
They're in the same.
Oh, yeah. It seems to be the drawer of where everything goes as such. So obviously
That's
just
your table.
get table at the top there and just various storage there for you. The same underneath your end here, so you've got storage underneath here. So pick that one up. So you've got all that space underneath there.
Yep.
Yep, that's where the quilts and that one go.
So obviously storage above your head here. Your radio's just inside that one. All it is, I'll just pop your front off, because otherwise every time you turn your panel on and off,
red.
it switches your radio on and off.
No, it's all right. You turned my car to red and I couldn't see it.
So yeah, we just pop them off just because it drives me potty, because it switches on and off every time you're coming on and off. So kitchen. So lovely cutlery drawer hides underneath there, and then obviously your utensils drawer there for you.
Okay.
Then top cupboard up here, plate racks, cup rack.
Yeah.
Lovely solar panel box in the back. So the solar panel is like the best dog you've ever owned. It walks itself. Excuse me. It walks itself, feeds itself. It even cleans its own mess up in the garden. It just sits there and does its job. But you see now it's got one light flashing. That means it's putting some power in. If the two lights are solid, it's putting all its power back in your battery. But if there's no lights on it whatsoever, it says, I've had enough and it's gone to bed. Okay. But as I say, it's just one of them things. Every now and then, when you're outside, just check it, see the lights on, you know she's working. Okay. So, fridge, on, off on the end there. And then there's your 3 power select. So it will run on mains electric. It will run off gas. And then also it will run off the vehicle battery for when you're towing down the road. Okay, but obviously it's beeping at me now because there's no power source there. Same as your gas. If your gas has not lit, all you need to do is press that button on the end there, and it will automatically purge and ignite your gas system for you.
Well, we usually use it on the mains.
It's just mains, yeah.
Yeah, well, I'll leave it on that then for you. And then one there is just your thermostat. So obviously 1 bar, lowest temperature, up to sort of 5 is the coldest. And then press the button, and there's your beautiful fridge and freezer.
Yeah.
Okay. Then, in the drawer here, got your obviously rack, pulls out. Also, you've got some gas shut-off valves in the bottom there. They are labelled up on a white sticker there. But our main advice, if you ever smell gas, is just to switch your bottle off. These are more there for an engineer if they ever want to fiddle with your boiler, your fridge, or your cooker or anything. Okay. And your draining board and your chopping board are just up the side there as well. The microwave. So you can just press quick start, goes up in minutes. Or if you press microwave button once, that's the power output. Microwave again, and there's your timer. Okay, and then just a little start and stop. But best advice, always take that out for travelling. It's free for me to take that out, but believe me, if that jumps out, you will not believe how expensive A, B or C are to replace. So take it out for travelling, it's a lot safer. Wrap it in a towel, pop it in your sink, or very simply, put it under a cushion. Well, I'd only do that when it's clean. So, cooker, electric ring on the end, 1 to 6. That will obviously will only work when you're plugged into the mains. Only runs off mains electric. But then 1, 2, 3 gas burners and a lovely 12-volt igniter. So 1, 2, 3.
Yeah.
Okay, so that's your gas burners, and then plug, grill pan and handle, and again grill, turn, hold, don't ignite.
Decent sized grill.
Yeah, that last, you can do more than one piece of toast at a time. Well, you can do 2 pieces, but you kind of got half on each, didn't you? And then oven. I have noticed your oven shelved, so I do need to grab one for you, but we'll get one before you go today. Hold down and then ignite.
Yeah.
Okay. That's your oven mitt.
And then under
Yeah,
cupboard.
yeah, pots and pans store
Yeah.
below, perfect. But there is a plug socket in there which relates to your ring. So if your electric ring's not heating up, I'll put £1 million, you've put the pot handle in there or something.
Oh, okay.
So just make sure you push the plug in nice and solid.
Right, yeah.
Okay. So we'll flip round to do the wardrobe behind you. So there is your Aldi heaters tank. So that's got your heating solution in there. It's an anti-freeze mix, so it doesn't need draining down for winter. All you need to do is just keep an eye. There's a minimum and a maximum line. It's sitting in the middle at the minute, perfect. So it's just like the coolant in your car. It's just something every now and then just cast your eyes over and keep an eye on it. And then obviously your lovely directional TV aerial. Are you happy with that, or do you want me to show you how to use it?
No, we're fine. We use
Yeah.
it.
Only thing is your signal booster, the switch is just on the top there.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Perfect.
Same as in this, yeah.
I didn't remember there was a cupboard.
Yeah. See, you into
I
about
didn't
storage.
remember that.
It's a new edition. It's just grown there. I've been watering the van, you see.
This morning.
So, table. You didn't look very hard.
No, well, it was chucking it down the rain, and all we came for was door seal.
How was it? There you go. So your table lives under there for you.
Ah.
And all it does is just slide out.
Because I kept saying, "But where have they put the table?"
Don't I lose them quite often. And then obviously behind us as well, oodles more storage underneath there, and your lovely step as well. Okay. So surely you've got enough storage space.
So I'm going to have to take my shoes off. I'm sticking on this mat.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh.
I don't know why.
Probably the chewing gum.
Sticking.
Oh, don't say that. So, if you let me
Can I
through
get
first,
through? Oh,
yeah, because I'll get in the shower. It's normally the safest place to do. So, in you come. So, light switches just down the side of the sink here.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, you got them?
Yeah. So they're there.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
So, toilet, blue button is your flush on the top. All you do, hold the button down. The longer you hold it, the longer it flushes for. And then, obviously, the black little symbol on the left-hand side there lights up to let you know when it's your turn to empty the cassette.
All right. Okay.
Okay, and then obviously the grey gate at the front of the toilet opens and closes the cassette for use.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
Then obviously it makes a tap for your shower, for your bathroom, sorry, and makes a tap on your shower. But the best thing I want to show you is this lovely little device on the bottom of your shower head.
Right.
So when you're in the shower and you're about to have a wash, if you simply push that over, it shuts the flow of the water off here. You can have your wash, push it and continue your shower. Because you know what it's like, if you turn it off here, it never comes back on at the same temperature, and it's either one or the other. So use this, shut the flow of the water off, have your wash, push it open, finish your shower.
Good idea.
Okay, they are fantastic.
Ideal for the kids.
Obviously your lovely towel rail in here, perfect for your wet towels, also for your wet coats things, say you've been soaked out. At least you can hang it up in here and it'll drip in your shower tray rather than dripping on your carpet.
Oh.
But obviously you can remove it as well if you want to take it.
I'm going to be able
out.
to wash the dogs in there.
Yeah, why not? Why not? Well, you know we've got dog wash up there.
Oh, they're not coming with us until...
What then?
Not for that night, anyway.
Oh.
No. Puppy and... no.
No. So, shower door locks like this for travelling. Okay, so lock it open for travelling. When you're in operation, all you do is just pull it out. And then obviously there's a lovely shower door. But just make sure you have locked it behind there for travelling and you know it's not rattling around.
Right.
Okay, so
Yeah.
all I've got left now is hatches and windows on the way back. Are you happy with this style roof hatch?
Yep.
Yeah, same as
perfect.
what I've got.
How about the next one down?
This is a hatch, yeah.
That's
Happy with
just
that one?
a lift, a push.
Yeah,
and
push the
lift.
button, slide it down.
I like that.
Yeah.
And
Yeah, push it back. Oh, fingers. That's it. Perfect.
that's nice and easy.
Yeah.
Then-
Go on, let me. I'll talk over.
It's all right.
It's alright, it's
I am
alright.
sticking to this carpet.
I don't know why. I'm not.
You're sticking.
No, not yet.
It must be something special on your feet. You sure you're not turning into Spider
I
Woman?
don't know what it is.
Start crawling upside. So, lovely extractor fan.
Oh, you love your fan, don't you?
Oh, I love me fans. So, obviously, just wind the handle, opens up
Yeah.
the lid above it. When you switch it on, it always comes on extract.
Okay.
So, it saves it for when we're burning the toast because it's normally our fault. And then, if you press the same side, it turns it up. If you press the other side, it turns it down, but also changes direction. and come on. It doesn't like my big fat thumbs. There we go. Now, hot summer's day, believe me, these are priceless. Because if you've been out for the day and it's red hot in here, just open some windows, put this on where you can feel the air coming through that, and it will soon freshen everything up inside.
I tend to pull the blinds down. I find,
keep
you
the
know,
heat out.
going out and leave the dogs, then.
And then obviously when you're finished with it, just make sure you wind the lid back down. You'll only do it once because you'll come home to a puddle inside.
We've had that one, haven't we? We've done that.
So, windows and blinds, while I'm here. You happy with the window catches? All it is, just watch them because they've all got buttons on them. So make sure you press the button before you open them up.
Yeah, as are the same.
Now, I love this design of windows because you've got blackouts and fly screen. So what it means is you can have the window open, but then you've still got some privacy. And then at least the breeze can still come through the top.
That's good,
I love that feature. So obviously if you want all blackouts, it's that way, or all fly screen, sorry, or all blackouts.
Let's see the midges get through that one.
Yeah.
That's really fine, that is.
Yeah, they're fantastic. Same as the one on your door.
Oh, that's no point because the dog would just go straight through.
Yeah, dogs and kids, they love them.
Don't use that one, but
I showed the niece the one in my little niece, and every time she comes now, that's all she plays with. But you know, mine's spring loaded, so if you don't hook it on, black it goes. So I don't think she'll last much longer. She'll probably be in bits on the floor. So all I've got now is the app. So if you want to get your phone out now,
it's in the car. Go and fetch the phone.
Oh, I need to get my paperwork as well, because that's... Oh, on your way back, just grab me paperwork off the A-frame for me. Saves me taking me slippers off. Lovely. So,
this just pulls down.
Yeah, that just pulls. Always use two hands. Start it off with the one.
Yeah, and then go.
And then go for your two hands spread out. All it is because you notice it tilts.
Yeah.
And you can jam it as such. So the straighter you keep it, the easier it operates for you. So all it is he's set up your details for you.
Right.
And all it is that's obviously your email address, and that's the password we've set up for you.
Yep.
If you want to change all these details, you can go online and change it, but this is just so we can get your account registered for you.
So, done that.
Yep, so now, because you're an Android phone, on Android phones, you need to pair it up via Bluetooth first, and then go to the app.
Right,
So if you open up your Bluetooth first, and then all I'm going to do is come up here, and I'm going to go to... I'm going to go to System Settings, Select, and then I'm going to scroll to Bluetooth Pair. So, if you've got your Bluetooth on, so if I search now, and if you search on there as well, however you do that...
Don't ask me. Oh, I've just turned it off now.
Does it come up with a menu underneath it?
No. I think I have to go into Settings. Bluetooth on.
That's it, so searching.
So
That's it, yep, Swift Blue, click on that. It should pair us up now. Oh, look at that, paired first time. So, now, all you need to do is open up the app. Perfect. Now, you can connect it either with the Bluetooth symbol there or the one at the bottom. It doesn't matter, both do exactly the same thing. Now, search for panel. Oh, beautiful. That's it, and then just click on that one there. Lovely. Once it's green, you're Bluetoothed up to the van now. Okay, so your Bluetooth features are the battery one, the water one, the temperature one, and then your light bulbs. Ignore the fridge and the aircon. They're a new feature that's only just come on, and that's the 2018 model, sadly.
Right,
okay, so don't worry about that models. But for yourselves, it's the 4 down there. So, easiest one to do is light bulbs first. So if you wait until it wakes up. Lovely. So if you want to go 1, 2, 3, 4 and turn all them blue ones off. 1, 2. Oh, you may just have to wait for it to... That's it. And then the others. That's it. Everything off. And then obviously if you turn all 5 back on. Sometimes they work faster than it is. There you go. That's it. And that's all your lights back on for you. Okay. So the other ones that you've got on here, battery one, just where you can switch your power on and off. It shows you like all your power usage. So it shows you how many amps you're pulling off, condition of your leisure battery. It lets you know what your AC limit is. So all your sort of live data's there for you. You've then got water one. So all you can do on this one is look at your temperatures and also switch your pump on and off. If you come back out of that one, Then heating. Now for this one, remember, you need to turn this one, heater settings, to app, and this one to third party panel. When you've done that, you can control your heating with this. So what it is, the 1 timer is the same timer every day, where the 7 timer is a different timer from Monday to Sunday. So you literally you could program it to come on and off 50 times a day if you really wanted to. You're in control of it as such. Override is when you're running a program. If you want to turn your heating up rather than getting out of bed, you can just override it from here and turn it up. And then the gas and the electric is just what power source your heating and hot water's running on. Okay. So now, if we come to the little man symbol, now just pop in your email address and that password Paul's put on for you. Oh, do you know I cringed when I saw Clark, because the ex-wife's family was Clark. And I just had visions and I thought, no.
With E or without?
Without the E.
Oh,
yeah, that's why I cringed. Oh, no.
You never know, it might be.
You've got the wrong accents, put it that way. Unless you've got family in Huyton and Liverpool.
No.
Winner.
Not that I know of, anyway.
They weren't very nice people, so don't worry. Right, so is that one? Lovely. And then the password is Clark1 with a capital C. Now you can do exactly the same on your phone when you've done it.
Yes.
All we're doing now is telling the big wide world that this is your caravan. So now if we go to caravan details, get details. Come on. There we go. So that's your van there, and then just click save at the top. Perfect. So all that's done now is paired this phone up with your account at Swift. So if you notice, it's got all your information in there for you now.
Right.
Okay. Now what this is activated now is your online features. The Tobal one there is for your ATC when you're going down the road. So you can see what the ATC's doing as you're driving along. This one, now I heard you say about you're going to lend it to people.
No, that we leave it sighted and they come down.
Oh, that's all right then. Well, all it is, you've got a location service on here. So as well as your tracker, you can monitor where the van is. You can even see if it's moved. So when he says he's moved your van out of storage, you can check whether he actually has or not.
Bless him.
Okay. And then there is other features on there. They're just sort of the online things as such. Last thing I'm going to talk about now, the little book symbol now, because we've paired it up with the little man symbol, means you've got an electronic copy of your manual as well as a paper
Oh, right,
copy
okay.
inside
So
there.
if I'm
Yep.
stuck, yeah.
And then last few bits, Swift just brings up information about the group and your local dealer and that. The Bell one is a good one. The caravan will communicate with you as much as you want it to. So you can even get it to email you or send you a text message to let you know the temperature's dropping, will you come and drain me down, or the battery's running low, will you come and top me up. You can literally, there's 101 ways you can get the caravan to talk to you.
God.
Okay.
You've got no chance of you.
But there is loads more paperwork on it. We just give you the basics of it. The app does 100 million things, but we just give you the basics. If you're
all
into
this
it,
is in there?
yeah, all that is in there for you. So if you're into it, read more into it and enjoy it. That's the main thing.
well,
It's just a nice little feature, so you can have a play with it.
Come out of it.
Yeah, you can just come out.
Okay.
And that's it. Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, excuse me. Now that's about it from me, unless you can think of anything else I've missed. I know I've still got to hook you up, test your lights and the electrics and everything outside. But other than that, is there anything else in
The
here
wheel
you think?
look. The wheel look, I haven't. I've just got that Y-shaped thing with the red bulldog on it.
Yeah, I'll show you that. We'll do this paperwork first, and then what I'll do is, when we're outside, I'll give you a quick 101 on it. They are easy enough. The worst thing is with it, you have to have the alloy wheel perfectly lined up.
Is that where the jack
Because
comes
the
in?
lock goes through the wheel, yeah. That's where the jack, because
comes
you can
in.
jack her up, obviously jack it up from the back and it'll pivot on the jockey wheel, and then you can literally spin the wheel manually,
Yeah.
and all you need to do is get it lined up because the lock fits in the alloy wheel and then screws directly into the chassis.
Right.
Okay, but I'll give you a
got
quick,
one of them.
I'll give you a quick demo in that outside
If you would,
anyway. So I was going to say, you can knock the camera off now unless you want to film yourselves doing some paperwork.